Hello there again, friends and YouTubers. Thank you so much for stopping by. I was going to go ahead and do some work on this amplifier. I dropped it the other day and I broke the jack. This is where the input jack should be, and as you can see, I took it out already. It was completely broken. So this has got to be disconnected. Like this thing off, probably has never been off like that. So then I can take out this whole amp. Okay, so I got these two out, and I'm going to turn this amplifier around. So we'll go ahead and take these screws off the side. So there's actually 4 screws on top with some grommets like this, and I usually loosen up these corner pieces here. So I'm holding it up with my left hand, so I'm taking out this left screw and see where it goes from here. I'm just going to go ahead and pull it out now. See what I can do looking inside here. It does have a little bit of weight, not as heavy as a tube amp though, for sure. So I can get out and just drop it back. This is pretty tight. But I got it out, and I got the whole. I don't want to mess with the face of this or take that apart. I just want to see what's going on back here. And it looks like the input is integrated, but it didn't break, so it's right here. I would have to hate to replace something like this. Looks like some silicone was put back there, and there's some labeling in here. Looks like 07 2003. I'm just going to go ahead and check it with a guitar cable. Seems to be working fine. Take this piece out right here. I hardly ever use this, and I believe that's just for the headphones. Recording out. And it's always good to have 1 or 2 of these amps around in case you need parts from it. I can still actually use that, it just won't have this on there. It's right in there. This is really a simple fix. I was very fortunate that nothing major, like it didn't crack the plastic or anything. That's what happens when you get old and clumsy, I guess, huh? I'm gonna lay the whole cabinet on its side. The reason being is this is metal here. You don't want to strip out these screws going in there. I guess you could try just to pick the whole thing up and just kind of shove it in like this and try it that way, but I don't know. I'd probably have to find a way to shim it up with something and get these top screws in first. So before I get any further, I want to make sure that everything works properly, and I'm just going to go ahead and run my headphones in the headphone jack and just plug my guitar in. I'm not going to hook up the speakers because there's just not enough wire to go all the way to the back. And took a staple gun and just got some of this nice and flat, because you want this part of it to be as flat as possible. You have a little piece of a wood, looks like a wood gusset right there that you're going to have to maneuver it in there. I have to put a couple staples here. You see where the glue was just coming off after all 20 some years. I guess they wanted to save production costs by just using glue or something. gonna have to drop a couple Tolic staples here. This was coming off. So this is probably the toughest part of the whole thing here, and most of the weight is on the transformer, so I'm going to have to kind of turn this thing. First of all, I got to turn it upside down so that it's like this, and then slowly just see how tight that is right in between there. So after getting into a wrestling match with this cabinet, these corner pieces got to come up and then be restapled back in there again. So let's see if I can do that. In order for this piece to slide, here's a screw there. Here's one of them. That's that side. So the only way I'm going to get this thing in is on its side and gently just push it and just try to get it beyond that little lip where that line 6 insignia is. See if I can turn this around and show you guys. I would hate to do this with a tube amp. Anyway, this thing's still kind of heavy anyway. All right, so this has to be on the outside of it. I'm going to line that up just like that. There we go. Got it in. Whew. So I'm just going to go ahead and put all these screws back in, starting with these Allen screws that I took out. Really didn't even need these, and couldn't take the faceplate off because there's some kind of silicone glue behind there that really almost seems like they didn't really want you to take that off. So I'm going to go ahead and put these corner pieces on. Just kind of fit up there like this. You got to kind of just, this gives it a little bit of space. I had staples on the back side, but I don't think I'm going to need those. Okay, that's about as far back as it's going to get. I'm going to do the other side also. It have these, I'm going to have to pull these out. I don't think I can reuse them anymore because I can't get in. So kind of looking down here at this little corner, you see where this can't be removed. The front speaker panel cannot be removed, so you kind of have to kind of go in it at an angle and then bring it down in order to get past that and push forward. And there's a lip on the faceplate that has to go through at an angle to sit flat with the front of the speaker cabinet. Just want to kind of share this label with you guys here on the bottom that I discovered, and it was inspected. I can't see the guy's name really, but it says poor on there. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll make it in a little closer. I don't know what that's about, but I didn't write that in there. Kind of just want to take this little washer or grommet and just put that in and it should stop somewhere, just enough to where you can feel if it's going in or not. And kind of just turn the screw gently. This is a wood screw, and these go at the very front that holds up the speaker face, which I don't think can be removed. I think it's glued in there. You should go in very easily. Machine screws have this real fine thread on them, and if they don't go in easy, then it's out of location. This one's a little bit out, so I'm just going to kind of bring it out to the lip a little bit towards the front. And there it goes, it catches. Just want to put this one in. Got to kind of put it at an angle, push down. Just kind of push it in. And then there should be a little spot for a screw, a little wood screw that goes in. Let's go ahead and tighten up all the screws. Everything turned out really nice on this amp. Can't wait to turn it on and see what it sounds like. Probably like it did before. It dropped. This time I'm going to be careful not to drop it. And tighten all the screws up. Make sure everything's nice and flush, and yeah, so everything, that's the way it looks. Cleaned it all up. Take a look in there. Finally got her up and going, and sounds really